The theme of this video is about trans girls who date straight boys or men and don't tell them they're trans. Who hasn't? Of course, most tell their partner or suitor what they are. But there are others who, out of fear, rejection, or simply wanting to test their date, don't say anything until the relationship develops into something more intimate and profound. Generally, very feminine trans girls or those who have had sex reassignment surgery manage to go unnoticed at first. Unfortunately, most not-so-liberal straight boys and men react negatively due to taboos and prejudices. Before we continue, are you already subscribed to the channel? Please subscribe. We ask that you like, comment, and share our videos to help us grow. Thank you. Returning to the topic, many fail to see that the person who went out to lunch or dinner, for a walk, who gave them a kiss, held their hand is, in their soul and essence, a feminine person who has abandoned the masculine self for good and wants to live as a woman. More liberal people might be more cordial. Some would agree to date a trans person, but others not so much. Sometimes they want to have desire and curiosity, but feel betrayed because they don't know the truth from the start, as if trust was broken before it was built. And there are those who realize this and go all the way to see how the trans person behaves and whether they'll reveal who and what they really are. Unfortunately, some cases involving radical men end in verbal or physical violence because they feel deceived or disrespected. Ideally, in our opinion, the trans person would always tell the truth instead of hiding it, and creating a surprise that's more likely to be unpleasant for them than the other way around. If a man or boy goes out with her knowing she's a trans person, they'll be interested in her regardless of gender, and the chance of the date working out is high. They also need to understand that every date has its risks of failure, as with any person of any gender. In this case, we're talking about human beings in general. However, there are always successful cases in this type of blind date or one without much detail. Some people are willing to get to know the person better rather than worry about gender. They're still a minority, but they do exist. It's also worth noting that interest in meeting trans people has increased significantly with the emergence of Generation Z and the emergence of straight men over 40 who are disappointed in relationships with biological women, especially among divorced men.